Good afternoon, everyone. It is Donna Gray here, your Stamping Up demonstrator from the Scenic Rim in Queensland, coming to you live this afternoon from my craft room. I'm super excited to be here today. Thank you for jumping in and hanging out with me this afternoon. And once again, I apologize for being so busy, but getting prepared for my 2-day craft retreat this weekend. So I'll be so excited to hang out with all of my crafty friends at my 2-day craft retreat. So I do apologize. I know I said I was going to go live on Monday, and here we are, Thursday. Where did the week go? But I have got a super fun project this afternoon, and we're just going to have a bit of a play around. It's the first time that I've played with these products, and so I am sure that we will all learn together, because that's what crafting's all about. So I can see good afternoon, Kerry, Christine, Leanne, welcome. So please, when you get the notification that I've gone live, please jump on, say hello, let me know where you're watching from. I know this is a different time to what I used to do, but you know what? I just wanted to change it up. I just wanted to not be stuck in that rut of doing things the same way as I always do. So I'm just flying by the seat of my pants and coming to you live when I get the opportunity. So Leslie, long time no see. I've been hanging out with Leslie this morning. We've been decorating gift bags and things for the retreat. So it's super fun to be able to hang out with my team members when I do things like this. Now, my video is it the streaming okay for everybody? Because my video is lagging there. I'm not quite sure what's going on, but it's really weird. Like, let me know if the stream is okay for you. There should be no reason why it shouldn't be, but just by looking at it, it's like, yeah. Um, you were bored anyway. 11 p.m. Well, you know what? If it was me, I'd probably be asleep. But at 11 p.m. last night, I was out in my craft studio. I won't say what I was doing in the craft studio, but at 11 p.m. last night, and that's not like me. Normally, I'm in bed, sound asleep. But yeah, I was so wired that couldn't sleep. Looks fine in Oregon. All right, awesome. It just might be on my end. I don't know, lagging a tad, but okay. Yeah, I don't know what's going on. Like, it's really weird. But anyway, could be our internet here. You wouldn't know. So I'm just hoping it's okay for everybody. So a couple of things just before I get started. I wanted to talk about a couple of things that I've got, classes that are happening. Of course, 2-day craft retreat this weekend. If you are wanting to get in on this action, because it's super fun, and it is a great 8 projects that you get to do. You can actually get a retreat in a box. So if you actually wanted, the registration is still open. So if you wanted to get a retreat in a box delivered to your door, they will be going out sometime next week for all the people that have ordered for a retreat in a box. So they will be going out next week. So if you are interested in having a 2-day retreat and maybe getting some of your friends together, maybe suggest it to some friends. It costs $235 for the retreat and an extra $25 for postage. So jump on if you are interested. You can actually still register for a retreat in a box. Not for a retreat in person, but for a retreat in a box, definitely you can. I've got a few classes coming up. So in July, I've got my regular card buffet, and the card buffets are always a treat. We absolutely love card buffets. It is a great social get together. If you are brand new to crafting, or you want to just be a part of a crafty community, the card buffets are definitely worthwhile hanging out and having fun. It is, I do all the hard work. I do all the die cutting, all the card bases, layers, everything. All you've actually got to do is stamp and assemble. That is it. Absolutely just stamp and assemble. You watch the card base video again. Yep. 60 bases in 52 minutes. Well done, Kylie. I'm so glad that that resource actually helped you, because, yeah, once you know how to get your cardstock cut properly, get the best out of your cardstock, it is definitely a time saver as well as a product saver. So if you are struggling with the basics of foundations, talking about that, our basic foundations of card making that Rose Ward and myself do is a great thing to be a part of. It costs $50 per month. You get a selection of products, and you get to craft with those things every month. We do 2 videos each in our group, in our private Facebook group. So we teach people tips and tricks that we've learned along the way. And then we do a craft along, which our craft along is tomorrow. I'm super excited that we'll be doing our craft along tomorrow at 9 a.m. tomorrow morning, and it will be streamed live on our YouTube channel. So if you are thinking that you want to see a part of what we do, we always like to do 1 live video out of the month. So that will be happening. And for all of my members, the link is in the Facebook group. So, but it is definitely a great way of helping you with your creativity and making sure that you are getting the best out of your supplies and making sure that you're using your supplies the right way. All right. I've got a few other things that I want to chat with you about, but we will do that at a later time. And because I think we've had enough of talking. So I'm going to hang out. I'm just wondering whether if I change my camera, whether it might change the way the video is. But anyway, we'll go down on the desk and we'll see if it works better while we're down on the desk. And it looks like it's at normal time, I think. Anyway, so I've got a cup of coffee here this afternoon to keep me going for the afternoon. I've got a couple of things that I wanted to showcase with you this afternoon. So this here is some gorgeous foil. Look at this beautiful, stunning foil. Now, we all love stunning foil. And I have had this sitting in my craft room for quite a while, haven't played with it. So I thought I might play around a little bit with it this afternoon, but the star of the show is going to be this awesome washi tape. So this is driving me insane. Mine is lagging so bad, but I feel like if I refresh, I'm going to lose you all. So I'm just going to keep going with it as long as it's okay for everybody and it's not too bad to watch. If you sign up now to the Basic Card Foundation, do you get access to the previous videos? Okay, so Kerry, what actually happens with our basic foundations? I'm going to put the camera back up now that Kerry's asked me that question, because there's probably a few of you that might be asking the same or have the same question. If you sign up now, you will get access to our card-based template that we work from all the time. And you don't get access to all of the other videos because we have a different Facebook group every time. But we have more or less gone through cutting card bases and layers. This month we're working with the color wheel and we're working on tone stamping and then using different tones in that color wheel. So using colors that are in the same tones, in the same color, not the color family, but the color group, the types of color. So it is, we're teaching people now about color, but we teach people tips and tricks. But the main foundation of our card making is the card bases and the layers. We actually work from a template all the time because our one thing that we really, really want to teach everybody is, why have I got that album? Things are weird happening here. I didn't even click on that. So let's get rid of that. The main thing is we are trying to teach people that no matter what card you see somewhere, whether it be in the UK, whether it be in the US, whether it be in here, Australia, we want you to be able to look at that card and work out from your measurements how you can recreate that card. And that's where the templates come in. Because the way we teach you is not by teaching you by measurements, by teaching you by the template. You know your template. It has all the measurements on the back of your template. You can recreate your own template when you get in there. We have videos showing how to create those templates, and we put those videos in every group. So every group is going to get access to those card cutting and layer videos. So you will get access to that, but you will just get access to what we do each month. We are going to discuss what we're going to do next month because we're going to jump on our Zoom call early. Rose and I, we've been busy and trying to catch up with each other has been hard. So we're sort of putting together what our supplies are going to be next month, but we will still be working from that color wheel. So if you wanted to join this month for next month, you may want to purchase the color wheel because we will be working from that for the next couple of months. So just teaching people the basic theory of color and how we can get colors that will complement each other and why they will complement each other. So that's why we're using the color wheel. So hopefully that explains it a little bit for you. Yeah, moving forward. So if you join for this, like join this month, you will get access to next month, not to this month, because next month is actually like this weekend, after this weekend. No worries, Kerry, you're welcome. All right, so I'm going to probably use the foil, but I wanted to talk a little bit about this extraordinary Flora. Now, unfortunately, the washi tape has gone on back order once again. I cannot believe that it has gone on back order, but we have a new feature in our online store these days that when you have something that you want to purchase, and if it's unavailable, if it's out of stock and it's unavailable, you can actually pop your email in and click for them to actually email you, and they will email you as soon as they have it in the warehouse. So it's no longer do you have to keep going and searching and popping it into your basket to see if it's available. You will be able to put your email down and they will actually email you when it comes back in. So we're going to give this washi tape a little bit of a go, and this is actually what I'm going to be using for my bingo event. So I'll talk to you a little bit later as we get through here. And I want to try a couple of different options with this extraordinary Flora. So we have a stamp set that we can stamp these images and we can color them and we can cut them out. We also have a matching die that goes with this stamp set, but it also goes with this washi tape. Okay, so I wanted to showcase how the washi tape is going to work in conjunction with the Extraordinary Flora bundle. And I also wanted to show you a couple of different ways of using the washi tape and how you will get some different looks. And I haven't tried anything, so I'm experimenting and playing around just like you would be if you actually purchased it as well. All right, so this is called the Extraordinary Flora washi tape. So we haven't had washi tapes for a long time, actually. Like we used to have washi tapes, and every now and then they bring out a washi tape. But this is a washi tape with a difference. And I think that's one of the things that I think is so nice about this washi tape is that it is so different. And I'm struggling. There was probably a perforated. There's a perforated bit that you could have tore just to get that undone. Look at that. All I needed to do was see the perforated bit. But of course, with my eyesight, being the age that I am and the up-close eyesight, I didn't see it had that perforated bit. But anyway, so that's the washi tape. Now, I have been informed from a very good friend of mine that I visited while I was over in America that you can get 34 sets of these flowers, each color, out of one roll of this washi tape. Now, you can use the washi tape. I just want to open it up so you can see. It's a little bit like translucent. So let me get it open so I can show you. A little bit translucent. Not a lot, but a little bit. Can you see that? A little bit translucent that you can sort of see through it a little bit. But the idea of backing it with some cardstock. So I've just got a strip of cardstock here, and it's cut at 3 3/4, and it's just because that's how I would normally cut some of my cardstock. Now, what we're actually going to do is we are going to line this washi tape up, and hopefully we're going to get it nice and straight on here. And I'm hoping that I mean, the beauty of it is that we can pull it apart if we don't get it in the right spot. We're going to have fun doing this, aren't we? Okay, so my thought process is let's lay it down, and hopefully I've got it all. We're all going to have this fun, aren't we? All right, so let's lay it down like we're smack bang in the middle, that if I don't quite get it straight. Okay, and then what I'm going to do is this. Okay, and just smooth it along with my hand like so. So you can get, and I've mucked up because I don't have a whole set here, but probably what you're better off to do is cut it right at one of those joins. Can you see here how we've got some pink colored flowers and we've got some purple colored flowers? Opaque, that is probably the word that I probably should look. She was very busy, but the reason was she was doing it for an event that she was having, and I'm going to be doing the same thing because I'm actually going to use this for my bingo event. Now, I wanted to talk to you about the bingo event, and any of you that follow myself or Marcy, you would have seen that I was a guest on her bingo event. So now I'm actually going to, and I'm just going to pop my bingo event up there. Now, my bingo event is an event that is available for anyone in Australia online or in person. Okay. So it's an event that I will have people attending both ways. It is $60 to attend the event, and what you actually win is shopping vouchers with me. So if you win a bingo, I'm going to give away 4 prizes. If you win a bingo, you will get a shopping spree with me. Now, the more bingo players that join, the higher the shopping spree is going to be. Now, everyone's going to say, what's the shopping spree amount? I don't know that until I see how many people actually sign up. All right. So I've actually popped that onto some white cardstock. So you can scan that QR code there if you're interested in attending my bingo event. What a bingo and cards, so it's cards and bingo, and what a bingo and cards night is, you will get to create 4 beautiful cards. I will send you the kits for the whole 4 cards, and you'll be able to craft along with me if you register in time and I can get the kits out in time. I'm hopefully going to get the kits out in time. If not, when you get your kit, the video will be back as a replay and you'll be able to come back and watch it. So it's going to be a great social way of getting together online. So I love finding out that I'm reaching people and bringing people together through crafting. So scan the QR code there on the screen if you're interested in attending, or you can actually use the link that's in the description down below. It costs $60 to attend. There will be 4 prizes that will be given away on the night. So we'll play 4 games of bingo and we'll create 4 awesome fun cards along with it. So we create a card, then we play a game of bingo. Then we create a card, then we play a game of bingo. And I used to do bingo. I'm going to hit that with some heat. So when you have trouble trying to get your die off the sticky tape, it is a Zoom session. Yes. A Zoom session for the authentic bingo yell. That is it. That is correct. So I will be streaming it live on YouTube so people can see how much fun we're having, but it will be, and there we go. That just softened up. Well, what a pain. That is not wanting to let go. There we go. Okay. So we're going to now use this die to sit over the top. Now, we could stamp and color these, as I said, but we're actually going to use the die to sit over the top. Now, let me line this up correct. We're going to be able to sit it over like that, and you are going to cut out all these flowers at once. Is it back in stock again today? Sorry, I'm just reading. I'm catching up on comments here. So you can actually place that over the top, and we're going to cut out the embellishments. So I'm going to run that through and cut out the embellishments, so you can see how easy it is to get quite a few embellishments. Now, this would be fantastic for card making. Would also be fantastic for scrapbooking, just to get loads and loads of beautiful embellishments cut out all at once. So that's one of the things I think when it comes to your card making is making sure that you're being productive with your time. And I love a die that can cut out all these things at once. Plus, we're not even stamping here. we are physically just going to run that die through, and we're going to cut out all of these flowers. All right. I'm going to double check on that. I'm going to pull up my website and double check to see whether it's actually back in stock, because I would love to inform people that it is back in stock. If it is back in stock, actually, I'm nearly positive I was on here before I jumped on, and I was nearly positive it still said that it is not available. Oh my God, it is available again. Yes, it is available again. Wow, that's going in and out of stock. Just goes to show how popular it is for it to go in and out of stock like it does. Okay, so I'm going to run that through, and we're going to see that we are going to have some flowers already cut. And when you cut these flowers, when you cut a whole full set, you've got quite a few flowers for embellishments. Look at this. This is what I love about this set. Look at those flowers that we now have as embellishments for our cards or our scrapbooking. Look at them all. Cut out, ready to go. How awesome is that? So my thought plan is I'm going to recreate 4 beautiful cards at Bingo using this suite. So they're the purpley colored ones. And then I'm going to cut out these other ones because I want you to see a whole full set get cut out, because the washi tape roll didn't start at a full set. And I do remember Marcy telling me, make sure you start at the beginning of your cardstock with a full set. And of course, I forgot that tidbit of information. So we're going to see a full set get cut out now. It's not in the US. Yeah. Okay, I'm going to pop that through. Gorgeous and so easy to use. Exactly. All right. Oh, Sandra, good. Good. I'm so glad. I'm so glad that we did the email thing so that you could be emailed for it to be back in stock. We have that new feature in our online store, people, that now when something is out of stock, your email will pop up above where you click to order. Your email will pop up above there, and you can actually just click on that, and it will register your email so that they can contact you as soon as it's available. So there's another lot of embellishments again. Okay, so super, super easy, and you're cutting out. Let me count how many embellishments. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 embellishments every time you run it through. So now I wanted to show you something a little bit different as well. I thought, why not put it on? So we've done it on white, that we get white cardstock around when it die cuts out. My thought process is, what about if we popped it on some foil and cut it out of some foil? So let's cut a piece of this foil. I'm looking for my paper trimmer, and it's under my desk where it always is. So because it is, I'm going to do 3.5 inches this time. I'm going to be a little bit more conservative because we are using some foil. So let's do that. Now, this is that beautiful cloud cover. Isn't that just gorgeous? How beautiful is that? Can you imagine putting that on baby cards and things? Instant ephemera. Exactly, Sheila. Instant ephemera. That is exactly my thoughts as well. All right. So now we are actually going to have a full set here. So let's try this again. Let's see if I can get it right again. So let's pop it down there. Actually, you know what? I need to get up further on here to make sure that I'm going to get a whole full two rounds of the colors. Okay. So once you get it started, you're right. It's just, oops. And if you get a little bit of a crease, pull it up, go again. It's probably best to not have too much rolled out at a time. So let's just pull that back up and roll it up. Okay, so to not have too much rolled up at a time. And even with a bone folder, going through with your bone folder to smooth out those bits. Okay, let's go again. So just take your time, rubbing as you go to get that to lay down. It could be better too, maybe to work from the inside out, like working and spreading back out the other way. The only thing that you're going to find is if you haven't quite lined it up nice and straight, you might end up running quite close to the edge, although this is working all right. So you might end up running pretty close to the edge. Now, see how we've got like the edge of this one here? I want to cut that with my scissors because I don't want that interrupting and sticking on. I don't want to waste it. I want to get a full set of flowers out of each of the two colors. So I don't want to waste it. So I'm going to make sure I've cut it at the right bit there to definitely. Oh, how pretty is that? I don't know whether I'm going to get the effect that I want, but I sort of thought that, oh, look, if we just run our bone folder over to really adhere that down into, if it was on normal foil, like not textured foil, it probably would be a bit easier. But I'm just going to run my bone folder backwards and forwards to get that blue to come through. You may not be able to see it on camera, but it the more that you burnish it, the more it then starts showing that blue through. So with all thoughts of how I think I'm going to do this, I'm hoping that we get to see a little bit of that bluish tinge when we cut it out. And you'll be able to see, once I pop it onto some white cardstock, you'll be able to see what I'm talking about. At the moment, it's probably a little bit hard to see that just at the moment. All right. This foil is gorgeous. I don't know why I haven't used it. Well, I haven't been home. That's the whole problem. I haven't been home. I've been too busy gallivanting around the countryside. But, all right. So we have that. It's like covering contact on books. I know. It's a little bit like that. I'm going to have a, and also window sheets. Yes, I'll use the clear sheet. I was going to do that as well. Use a strip of paper left on your glue dots to put on the end of the washi. Yeah, fair enough. Good idea. All right, so let's bring back in our die cutting machine again, and we're going to run the die over those. I just love the fact that one run through and you've got all those embellishments. I love things, especially when you're doing multiple things. Like if you're making multiple cards. Now, I did have a customer saying to me, but who wants multiple of them? Who wants that many? Like a roll of that washi tape. We would never use a full roll of that washi tape. And you know what? Maybe I could do some kits up, that we can do some ephemera kits, that we do a bit of a class. Hence why I decided to do the online bingo. This is what I'm going to use. So you're going to get the ephemera. And to me, prepping for 4 lots of cards, doing it this way, it will be awesome. You're going to get, in your bingo, you're going to get 2 lots of these flowers. So you're going to get the pink flowers and you're going to get the mauve flowers. So you'll get 1 lot of each, and that's what we're actually going to make the bingo cards with. So, and there will be fun cards. So I really encourage you to sign up to bingo, because I think you're going to absolutely have a ball. All right, and not to mention, you get to win product vouchers if you're the lucky winner. So you might get a nice shopping spree with me. All right, so we're going to run that one through as well. So that's how easy it is, people. Not hard at all. So let's try one more thing that we try the window sheet. I'm going to cheat, and I'm going to use, out of my stamp set, the actual clear sheet of acetate out of my stamp set. So as you can see, look at all of those embellishments that you get out of one go through the die cutting machine. All right, so let's move those all over there. So we're going to have heaps of flowers. Okay. All right. Now, the next thing I'm going to do is let's find the window sheet. Let's try that. Okay, let's move that back out of the way. Oh, and while I've got you all here, I just wanted to tell you I have a new little venture. And for some people that follow me on my business page, on my personal, not my business page, you may have seen that I have been designing craft shirts. Now, I just want to pop the camera back up. So the shirt that I'm actually wearing today is actually, it's our team shirt. So I created this shirt for our team, and it says, crafting with passion, united by heart, together we are the Wild Heart Crafters. So I actually designed this shirt for my team members, and I have an Etsy store. So I just decided to pop the Etsy store up there and share my link. Now you may see the graphic that's there that says, this is my card making shirt. Now, isn't it fantastic to celebrate that we love our craft and that we're proud of it? You know what I mean? And I've been thinking that I wanted to have a card making shirt like that for myself. So I ordered a couple of samples. So I wanted to show you what these shirts look like. Now they're good, comfy fitting shirts. Can you see this one? This one says craft down the side. It says creative, resourceful, artistic, frugal, and talented. So that is one of the shirts. And that one that I've got there on the screen, this is my card making shirt. So sorry, I need to turn around that way. The colors are gorgeous and bright. They are a great comfy fit. They go right up to 5 times extra large. So I've got a huge range of sizes. Unfortunately, some of them have to come from America. So you don't have to pay a fortune for postage, but you do have to wait for a while for them to arrive. So be patient. I am trying to work it out that they will use a print provider here in Australia. The problem is with the print provider here in Australia, they don't have the colors that I choose to have everything on. So I've been very limited with sizing and with colors here in Australia, but I can actually get them from America, and the postage is quite reasonable. So you don't have to pay $40-something postage. So they are a good fun thing. You could get together as crafty friends. If you're going to card classes, you could wear them to your card classes. You could wear them to like a retreat, like a 2-day retreat like this weekend. I'll be wearing mine this weekend. So you can wear them for a retreat. They are available globally, so no matter where you live. So for all of my followers that follow me from America, from the UK, you can actually purchase any of my shirts through my Etsy store. So if you scan that QR code there, that will actually take you straight through to my Etsy store, and you can check out what I have. I will actually share a screen because I know that a lot of people have said, what are the designs? So I want to share a screen with you. Let me see that. Choose what you want to share. Why is it doing that? Chrome tab. It's not allowing me. Also share tab audio. No, we don't want to share that. We just want to share it. Let me go entire screen and let me see if it will do it. It will go entire screen. No, it's not even going to let me do that. Why is it not letting me share my screen? Okay, let's try that again. Select the tab to share. I did. It won't let me. Oh, there it is. There we go. There we go. We can share it. Okay, so I can share my shop so you can have a look. I'll just scroll through what I have here in my shop. So as you can see, I've got lots of other different things, but these are my card making shirts and my crafting shirts. So I've decided to cater for scrapbookers, for card makers, for crafters in general. So I have a couple of things here. We've got Craft is My Escape, card maker, card crafter, crafting. So this one here is gorgeous. This one here is the one that I actually just showed you there, but I've got it in all different colors. That one shouldn't even be in that section, but anyway, these ones here are super, super fun. I might see if I can click on these. These ones are super fun. The sayings on them. Crafter, notorious for, sorry, hang on, I'll go further. They're clicking way through too quick. Notorious for being most obsessed with paper pads and punches. Crafter, notorious for always buying paper and never using it. Now you can tell me this would be a great crafter gift for someone that you know. Collecting washi tape like it's currency. Notorious for can't stop, won't stop hoarding scrapbook paper. I've got 6 more that I haven't put up yet. Notorious for if there's glitter involved, they're already there. Notorious for being queen of unfinished projects and proud of it. Now, do you know someone that is like that? Like, honestly, I think to myself, could you see that? I hope you could see that when I was sharing that. Maybe you couldn't because I'm only sharing a tab. But anyway, so I've got quite a few there. This is my crafting shirt. Born to craft, forced to work. There's that one that I just showed you. Craft now, cry later. This is my crafting shirt. Cut it out, literally. Life is short by the paper. I'm tired of paper. I'm not tired of paper crafting. I'm just bored with all this red wine. No, I'm just corked with all this red wine. I think that's what it says. I'm just corked with all this red wine. So so there are some things. So you can scan that QR code there. That will actually take it over. What size is 5 times extra large in sizes such as 24, etc. There is a sizing chart, Marilyn, that is on the end of my listing. Every listing that I have, there is a sizing chart there, and it will tell you, and the sizing charts are mostly in inches, so you'll be able to go from that sizing chart. The sizes that I showed you there today, now I'm a size 12, and those sizes are large. But they're large. Like when I put them on, I could have bought the medium. Like they're unisex shirts, so they're quite roomy. So so yeah, so if you're interested, would love for anyone that is interested in purchasing to share to scan that QR code. Maybe one of those me in the way with turquoise shirt. Yep. Yeah. What's on the bottom left gray one, please? Bottom left gray one. Yeah, that was the one that I was just reading out. It says, I've got quite a few. I think oh, yeah. Let me share that tab because there's a few different ones, I think, in that one. Let me share that. We'll go back to sharing my screen again. Hopefully I can get that to work again. Here we go. Share my screen. That one there. This will show you a bit bigger up. Let me share it. There we go. Okay, so it says, I'm not tired of paper crafting. I'm just corked with all this red wine. There's a few different ones, I thought. Yeah, there is some different ones. I'm just here for the coffee and craft supplies. Everything else can wait. That was the one, I think. I know paper craft is my cut above. Red wine is my poor decision. What else do we have? I'm just here for the coffee and crafts, and I've got them on different colors as well. I'm not tired of paper crafting. I'm just corked with all this red wine. I think that might be all of them. Paper craft is my cut above. Yeah, it's my poor decision. I think that's it. Design. Yeah, that's it. That's out of the 3 different designs. Yeah. You love it. Yeah, so just a bit of fun, and honestly, every little bit helps. I use a print provider, Christine. So I design the designs and then it goes to a print provider. They print it on them for me and then they dispatch it. So it's cutting out the middleman. It's called print on demand. So that's me, Coffee and Crafts. Yeah, Sheila. But you can buy them anywhere. So you can just jump onto my online store there, buy that QR code. All right, let's get back to crafting because that's what we're here for. All right. So the other thing that I wanted to do is try it on the washi, try it on the, so let's take that off. Now, in case people didn't realize, this is an all-in-one stamp. So it's a one big stamp. Oh, I don't want to, oh, and it's very sticky. Brand new stamps are always, photopolymer stamps are always quite sticky. Be careful when you're pulling it off that you don't end up tearing it. We're not going to use the stamp today because I wanted to showcase how awesome this washi tape is. Because now that it's back in stock, we can all buy it. So now I always say to people, when you want to do something on a bit of acetate, we have this bit of acetate that is in our stamp sets all the time, and I actually love using this washi tape I love using this this acetate for doing projects, because once we've got our stamp, sorry, I didn't even realize I didn't have my camera down on my desk. Once we've got our stamp all lined up in the back of our stamp set, and we've got the thin sheet, we don't need this thicker sheet. So I always like to use it for crafting, for doing like shaker cards and things, but we can use this washi tape on this. So let's try that. All right, so let's line up, and I'm just going to do one set on this so we can see what it looks like. Now this might show if I don't get it down super, super flat. It's fairly giving, and because it's actually washi tape, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to do the whole strip of it, and then I'm going to pull it up and ease it on. So let's cut that whole strip. Oh, it's moving. Okay. And if it's not on exactly straight, pull it up and go again. And sometimes even too, using this a little bit like doing contact on school books, exactly what Sue was saying. Just get it and ease it on with your bone folder. And once you ease it on like that with your bone folder, you'll find that it will ease on, except for when I just did that. It will ease on a lot better. I think also too, going like that might be the way of doing it. Oh, it's harder on acetate. So much harder on acetate, but I think you can. Oh, that's not good. Let's try again. I've got it crinkled so much now, but you know what? We're just going to go with it. I've got it crinkled a bit. Not too bad. But just ease it with your fingers. And you know what? Crinkling it probably won't matter because you'll see the bone folder gets those crinkles out. Look at that. I told you it'll be a learning expedition with me this afternoon, but the bone folder gets those crinkles out, even though they're in there. Rubbing the bone folder on it massages them out. So how awesome is that? And honestly, I think some of the little air bubbles, I don't think it's going to really matter too much. Okay, so we have it like that. And then we can run that through. Now let's test this die and see how good the die is. Now I wanted to show you, I wanted to show you on a white piece of cardstock here. These are the ones that were cut out on the white piece of cardstock. Okay, so you can see those. These are the ones that were cut out on the foil. can you see that they've got like that bluish tinge around the outside? Okay, so see how it changes the color of them? So let me find some of those. So these are the flowers done on white, and these are the flowers done on the blue foil. So the foil's not going to show for the simple fact that the die is only going to cut out on the edge the way it's going to cut anyway. But it's going to give you that different color tone through it too. So you can put it on different colored cardstock. So you could put it on some dark colored cardstock to really just change the colors of the flowers. So that's what's so good about it. Yeah, okay. So I'm just reading a comment there saying you need to put the screen back on the desk. I know I forgot that I hadn't put it back down. All right, so let's run that one through with the die now. All right. Does it go that way? Yes, it goes that way. And so I sort of feel like just using the acetate, I don't know how it's going to cut, whether it's going to cut really well, but we'll try it. But I don't know whether there's an advantage to the acetate really. Maybe if you wanted them to be more like an opaque, translucent look. Oh, wow, listen to that. And all that cracking is the actual acetate cutting with the blades. Sometimes acetate is very hard to cut with a die because it sort of stretches a little bit. So we'll pull that aside and we'll see if it cut them okay. Yeah, not too bad. Okay, so not too bad. But I'm not quite sure really what the advantage would be by doing them on the acetate. The only thing is they are a little bit more translucent. So let's bring in the 3 different types. They're a little bit more like translucent. Maybe if I put that on a colored bit of cardstock, you can see there, a little bit more translucent. This one is obviously very white, and this one is obvious with that blue tone. So you can see there, you can get some really total different looks by putting whatever you're going to back behind it. All right, so let's make a card because that's what we're here for, aren't we? All right, so what I decided to do was, let's pop that aside. I bought in some of the colors that are in this gorgeous, I like the mauve ones out of all of them. I really like that mauve look. I mean, give me mauve flowers any day. I don't know what it is. I'm just into that mauve look. So I decided that I would do a couple of different things. I don't know whether I'm going to have the mauve behind or whether I'm going to have the pink behind. But my thought process was, I've got a card base here that is on basic white. So we'll fold that in half. Now, the other thing I wanted to showcase, and I had them here on my desk, which I do, are these awesome, I'm going to put that back in my stamp set so I don't lose the die that goes with the stamp set. I don't lose the stamp set that goes with the stamp set. There we go. Let's pop them back in there. So I wanted to showcase a little, I'm taking one of the samples out of our catalog or out of our online store, and I thought I would recreate that look, but make it into a card. This one was like a tag type of thing. So I'm going to cut. These are what are they called? The party banner dies. Now I showcased the gorgeous. I'm going to probably do. Let me see what size that's going to look like on my card. No, I probably need to use a smaller one. So I showcased the alphabet dies. They were called the party banner alphabet dies. Now I need that one. I think I want that one in there. Okay, let's do this. All right. So seeing as I might actually even use those bluey toned ones and some of the foil. Why not? Okay, where did that bit of foil go? Oh, I need another bit because I used all that. All right, let's use this for the party banners. So let me go. I might just do 3 inches. Scrap there. That. Okay, and I'm thinking I might do that. No, I'm going to do that in white. Okay, so let's do that. Sorry, my thought process. You know me. I just wing it. That one and then that one. Okay, so let's cut those 2 out first. The other thing was too, the Kintsugi suite was out of stock and it's back into stock as well. So for those of you that were waiting for that Kintsugi suite, it is now back in stock and able to be ordered. I know I have a team member that is pretty keen to get her hands on that Kintsugi suite. Ah, don't move. Just sit straight. Got to hold my mouth right for that to sit where it needs to go. There we go. Hey, Janelle. Okay, so Linda, to do them as stickers, what you would use is our adhesive sheets. So you could pop the adhesive sheet on the back of the washi tape, or the back of, actually not the back of washi tape, just on the back of cardstock, and then or just on the washi tape. It's up to you how you want to do it, but yeah, just the double-sided adhesive. So that's how you would do that. All right, so we've got that and we've got that, which I think is super cute. So those banners are really, really cute. And I've now cut one of my layers that I need for the inside of my card, but it's totally okay. All right. I'm going to pop my banners back on here so I don't lose those. Does anyone else get that way with all of the crafting products? You start doing something and you end up with stuff everywhere. Okay, so I want to do that and I want to do that. I'm going to have to cut that down because I didn't cut that layer down. Let me do that. So I just need to cut it down so I can see some of my contrast layer in behind. Okay, like so. And like so. And of course we have these here. Now, I actually would like to have a little hint of colour of this stamp. I said I wasn't going to use the stamp, but I've decided I want to use the stamp in a different way. So let's grab that stamp out. Now, we're going to need a big block for this stamp to be able to put it on. So we do have a large block. And it's a very cumbersome block, but it is good for when you've got large dies like this. Now I'm going to use, I'm going to use Balmy. No, I'm going to use Fresh Freesia. Okay, so I'm going to create a little hint of some flowers and things on the back. Now, I actually don't want the flowers all over this piece. I just want bits and pieces. So what I'm actually going to do is I'm just going to, with that inked up, I'm just going to do random stamping like so. Okay, because I want just a disjointed, let's put some more down there. We need a little bit up there. I might re-ink that again. Need a little bit more up in this area. That in the middle is totally okay because we are going to put our tags over that anyway. So let's just ink up some more here. Okay, so we've just got some random flowers just stamped willy-nilly over that background. Okay, we will add that onto here. Hey, Janelle, lovely to see you. Are you feeling better? Are you back at work? Poor Janelle's been a little bit under the weather. Okay, so we've just got a snippet of that fresh freesia in behind. We've got our cute little banner. See, as I said, is going to go over the top of that. We've then got this one. Now, we're going to embellish with some gorgeous flowers. So we're going to build up some beautiful flowers on this lovely banner. And this is the beauty of having lots and lots of embellishments that you can use like this. No, that's too big. Let's use a little one like that, which we could possibly go in through there. I think that's probably enough. Maybe a little leaf out through there. I think that's probably enough to do what I want to do. And I've got loads of embellishments left over. So, so as you can see, like they're going to go a long, long way. So even by cutting out one set of them, they're going to go a long, long way. All right, let me cut a little bit more cardstock because I need a bit for the inside of my card. So let's grab, I've got a scrap here that I can possibly get a layer out of. And I can. And that way. All right. And that's going to be for my insert. So we are good to go. Let's pop that one up over there. There's another little leaf we might use. No, I don't want to use that. It's not in the same coloring. So now I'm going to stamp on the insert. Actually, you know what? I'm not going to stamp on the insert. Let's use some cute little flowers. Why not? Because we have all of these flowers that we can use. So we could possibly do that. We could do, oh, there's a cute leaf. Let's go like that. And I need some more of the bluey, purpley looking flowers. I've got so many on my desk here. Possibly that one there. No, we might just use that. And one of them just to fill a flower in there. Oh, look at that. All right, let's assemble this. Okay, so when I'm going to do something like that, I can either lay down some Seal Plus or I can physically just go in and pull one out at a time, if it will allow me to do that. Add a little bit of glue on, pop it in there, like so. This one here, add a little bit of glue, pop it in there. This one here, add a little bit of glue and pop it in there. And this little one, we're just going to pop. That one needs to move a little bit more. There we go. And that little one there. Okay, so we have a cute little embellishment for the inside. We will add that to the inside of our card. But as you can see, that card base was grotty. Let's do that again. Okay, let's go again. There we go. I actually think that was my scrap piece of white cardstock, and this was my card base. All right, yeah, that looks better. There we go. So just like so. But look at that. Quick, easy insert just by using some of those gorgeous flowers that we've created. All right, let's get this happening. I'm going to add this on here. And the reason why I'm gluing that directly straight down, I'm going to pop up some other elements on here. So when you're building your card, you really need to think about your layers and how you're going to layer it up and what you're going to do. And think from the ground up, because if you start popping up this layer, then you want to pop up some more, then you want to pop up some more, you'll end up with your card being so thick. So you've got to really seriously think about, how am I going to do this and what do I want to do? So I'm actually going to glue this one directly down. I'm then going to pop up the white one, and then I'll pop up a few of the flowers as well. So let's pop that there. Okay, the white one, I'm going to grab some dimensionals. And let's build this flower first. Before we mess all that up, let's build the flower, and then we will grab the dimensionals, because it's nice to build that first. All right, so don't be scared to have your embellishments protruding out off your banner. So one of the things that gives cards really great dimension is, I'm going to pop that flower up. We'll pop this one in. What gives it great dimension is by having things coming off your actual banner itself, to be able to just give an illusion like they're floating off that banner. So that one, then of course we'll pop that one up. So we get a bit of dimension in our flower arrangement. So please make sure, if you're enjoying what I'm showing you today, please make sure that you like and share my video, because it helps get my crafting out there to more people, and it also helps build our crafty community. I'm all about hanging out with crafty people and enjoying a good crafty chat. So please feel free to share over onto your social media. If you're watching on YouTube, hit that share button down below and you can share it. Now I want to pop that one up. And the only thing we've got left now to do is to stamp a sentiment, of course, and embellish. So let's see what sentiment we can grab out of this set, and then we can embellish. So popping that one up just there, like so. All right, now the sentiment, we've got congratulations, we've got with love, we've got for the extraordinary couple. I think I'm just going to say congratulations. I like a nice congratulations card. So let's say congratulations. We've got a strip of cardstock here that we can possibly use as our little sentiment banner. Like that. Got a strip of off-cut cardstock here. Okay, so let's ink that up in our fresh freezer. So congratulations, like so. All right. Now I'm going to use my handy dandy little paper trimmer to trim that down, because I want that to be not too overpowering for this gorgeous arrangement. So let's cut it off there for a start. And then let's turn it around and we will thin that down. This is where the fingernails come in handy so you don't cut your fingers. And we've got a really cute little thinner banner. And I like to angle that end so it gives a little bit more interest. And oh, I feel like I want to pop it there. So, and I want to pop it up. So see here, we're starting to get into that extra dimension. Let me see if I can fit one of those on there. I can. So I'm going to double dimension this end and single dimension that end. And the reason being I've popped up this banner. So I need to put 2 on that end. So I just load one dimensional up on top of the other. And then I need 1 on this end because that one is already going to be popped up on the white. All right. And I think I'm going to pop it down there. There, like so. Now, what do you all think is going to set this card off? What do you think is going to make this card look absolutely superb? And I don't tell, oh, I do have my favorite one here. And I think this one's on the last chance. I think, people, I'm not sure whether it's still available, but I think it's on the last chance. Doesn't this ribbon just go so well? You all know me. I'm the bow lady from Bow Desert. Can't have a card without a bow. So let's do that. And then the operative question is, where are we going to put the bow? That is the next question. Where on this card do we think we're going to be able to find a spot to put a bow? Because we have to find a spot somewhere on a card to put a bow. There and there. Okay. Now, do I want to put it up there? Do I want to put it just down below here? Or do I want to put it over here, under there? Oh, I don't mind it under there. What are your thoughts? Top of the banner, below the sentiment, or near the flowers? So type it into the comments and let me know. I'll have a sip of coffee while we're waiting. I've got my, it's a bit hard to see, I can't tip it up, but my Mickey Mouse mug. Can you see Mickey Mouse? Can't tip it up because I can't spill all my coffee everywhere. No worries, Sheila. Thanks for hanging out with us. You love how I'm putting more on my banner besides just leaving it white with floral banner in that section. Most leave a huge white space. It is nice to see, nice and refreshing to see options. Okay, so we've got base of flowers, near the flowers, near the flowers, near the flowers. So it looks like 4 people have voted near the flowers. 5 people, 6 people. Okay, it's near the flowers. That's where it's going. So let's grab a glue dot. And we'll pop a glue dot on here. And here's my eyesight now at this time in the afternoon trying to see the glue dots. Does anyone else struggle like that? Is anyone else like at an age where the eyesight's so hard to be able to see things and where to put things? Kayla's gone above the sentiment, below the stamp flowers. Above sentiment, below stamp flowers there. Yeah. Anyway, there we go. We have that. Now, I was going to, before I put my silver bow on there, I was going to use the strawberry slush and pretty in pink. I was going to use those, but now these have got gold glitter in them, so I possibly shouldn't be using those. So maybe I'll just go back to our basic, my good old staple, the basic rhinestones. Let's do some of those. That one there. But yeah, so as you can see, they've got like a gold glittery bit in them. So it wasn't going to work. Once I put that silver edge bow there, that totally took my embellishment plan off the table. We have to have all these things that go together. All right, so I'm going to pop some of the, oop, that one decided to come back with me. Now, your handy dandy take a pic tool is fantastic for being able to pop embellishments around. And then this is a gorgeous special card. So I actually want to try popping some in the center of these flowers that I've randomly stamped. And honestly, you'll probably think, why is she using all those embellishments? That's okay. I give yourself permission. Theo's playing with something here. What is he playing with? I give you permission. He's gone. He was playing with something under the desk. I give you permission to buy another pack. Embellish, everybody. Embellish. Get them out. Embellish. And he's somewhere in here, and he's sorry, the crafty cat is under the desk into something that I feel like he shouldn't be into. So all right, and then of course the last thing would be last night I was struggling to trim cardstock. Light was terrible. Yeah, I know. And I've got really bright lights, Linda, here in my craft room. Got really bright lights. I've got 1, 2, 3 down lights just above my desk. And I've also got 1, 2 down lights behind me as well, because I have to have this nice bright room to be able to craft in. Okay, so the next thing that's going to really set these flowers off is a little bit of Wink of Stella on your flowers. And that just takes them to a whole new level. So when you've got these gorgeous ephemera, once you add a little bit of Wink, and then of course we're going to spritz the front and spritz the inside. Most people that know me know that I'm a Wink of Stella queen. I absolutely love my Wink of Stella. I just feel like it finishes a project. It really does. So hopefully in the light you can see that, but we've got some gorgeous shimmer and shine. So there, I just wanted to really showcase how we can use these awesome, the washi tape with the matching die. I know it doesn't even really say on our website that that they coordinate, which is a little bit crazy. I don't know why it's like that, but it doesn't even say that they're a coordinating product. So I knew that the washi tape, that the dies cut out the washi tape. So I wanted to showcase and show you how easy it is that you can do it. Now, you can physically buy a roll of this. As I said, my friend told me that you get 34 sets. So I'm assuming that is 34 sets of the purple and 34 sets of the red. So a nice wedding card, exactly, Leslie. So so you could physically have such a great time with this this washi tape and the matching die. Not to mention, you can use the stamp then and actually color your own. So when you run out of the washi tape, then you can actually stamp and color your own. So anyway, so thank you for hanging out with me. Sorry, I'm hoping this video is not lagging and being horrible. It's looking really bad on my end. It's like I'm going like this, you know, like crazy. But anyway, I'm hoping the stream is okay for everybody. And I'm hoping that if it's not, that the replay will be better. Please make sure you head on back over to the replay and watch, head back into the replay on YouTube. Like and share the replay, please, and then that will put you into the draw for the weekly winner. So I can't do the weekly winner. I might jump on sometime later tomorrow after we've done our craft along. So for all of our basic card makers, basic foundations of card making members, the link we have put in, I'm sure Rose has done it for you today. If not, I will pop it in the group when I get off. One of the things was my laptop overnight. I thought my laptop had totally died of a slow death, and it actually It was my charger. I think it was the actual charger that goes into the power. So I was like devastated this morning thinking I was up for a new laptop. Went down to the computer place, said to him, "Can you plug it in with one of your cords and see if it charges?" Soon as I plugged it in with one of his cords and everything, it charged. So I said, "Right, give me a new charger." $35 later, the laptop is recharging again. So it's really awesome. You can stamp on washi tape too with Versamark. Oh, we could have done that too, Leanne. What an awesome idea. That might be what I'll do in my bingo class. So, for anyone that is overseas and if you want to attend the bingo, I can possibly do consolation prizes of handmade cards. So, if you want to come and attend my bingo, then by all means, it will still cost you the same amount of money, but you could possibly score yourself some of my handmade cards sent. Looks good in color too. Yeah, yeah. Sounds awesome. All right. There's so many ideas floating around. Thanks for hanging out with me. And I will see you all on YouTube tomorrow for our craft along at 9 a.m. with Rose Ward and myself in our basic foundations of card making. We are going to show you 3-tone stamping tomorrow. So exciting stuff. 3-tone stamping. You want to catch that to see what 3-tone stamping is. Thanks, everyone. Have a great night. And I